move into the roommate tag.
Yes.
What were your first impressions of each other?
I knew Alyssa talked a lot. And Juanita...
Didn't talk enough?
No, because, like, I like silent people. But I thought that you were, like, a no-shit kind of person.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
That's accurate. When Sarah first knocked on her door, I was like, why the hell is this person knocking on her door? Why are they introducing themselves to us? But I was like, I guess I'll go with it. Hi!
I like how I don't remember that. All I remember is that night where I was sitting there talking and Sarah was just sitting there in the chair. I was like, oh, there's a person.
Those were our first my first impression of Juanita was, she seems cool. And that's about it.
What's your first impression of me? Other than, oh, there's a girl there. Sitting.
Literally, there's a girl there.
Damn it, Juanita, come on.
What? I wasn't there for when they were interrogating you, so I didn't know what, like, I didn't get to hear you talk about yourself and what you liked or where you were from.
Oh, that's
I learned all that stuff after, so I saw you, and they're like, oh, this is Sarah. She likes what we like. What does that entail? So I was like, okay.
What was your first impression of me?
I remember when we first, when you became a part of my mind was when I was like, oh, you applied to the same school, even though we were in the same class already. She talks a lot, but I'll get used to it.
I get that comment a lot.
But, it's usually you have something to say. It's not usually gibberish. She has something to say when she talks.
Yeah.
I can at least say that. It's not just coming out of the mouth. You're not,
It's not just dribble.
Yeah, it's like she wants to tell you something. That's what I do appreciate about it. When you talk about it, though.
Yeah.
Because I know people that just talk to talk. Oh yeah. Okay, Sarah, let's think. I don't even remember the first few weeks.
This was also 3-4 years ago.
But I snuck in being your friend really fast.
I don't even remember how it happened.
I know. That's why I
Well,
planned it.
here's how it happened. You came to our room all the time because you didn't like your roommate.
But I don't even remember those days in the beginning when she would just come. I don't even remember any of that.
I remember one night because the roommate asked her to leave because she had to deal with something.
Okay.
So she was in her room. We're like, we'll take pictures to show that you're here if you get in trouble.
It was
Little freshman us.
It was 2:00 in the morning, and I was in bed getting ready for bed, and she's like, "Can I use the room for a minute?" Miss, don't you see me about to go to sleep? So I left because I was super pissed that she even asked.
She came into our room because apparently we were awake. I probably was doing last minute homework.
I was mad.
Freshman year, I was always awake doing homework.
I was mad, and this isn't and she was already trying my patience. We just didn't click, and
That's that. Now you
That's
have
it.
us as roommates.
yeah.
What's the next question?
How long did it take to become friends? How long did it take to become friends?
I think it took me a month to become friends with Alyssa.
Yeah.
I was saying before we were talking about this before, how I got her mad, and cause she said something and it set me off, and then she pouted and she she stomped away, and then I was like, are you fucking kidding me? and then I went in the room and I yelled at her, and then I apologized to her, and then she apologized to me. And then we were cool. And then I was like, okay, so if I can apologize to this girl and still be friends, we're okay. We'll still be friendly.
Because we have different personalities and ways.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Sarah's very straightforward. I don't always like to be straightforward because I feel like I'm going to hurt someone's feelings or something like that. So I just keep it inside and I'm like, whatever. I'm going to take a breath and move on and go away from the situation. Sarah doesn't like that. She's like, let's hash this out right now.
Right here, right now.
Yeah, with Juanita.
We're kind of the same. Kind of not at the same time. So
Yeah.
They have similar temperaments.
Yeah.
I think that's the word I want to use.
I think when she stopped, I think I knew I was in when she stopped commenting on how many times I went in her bed. So I used to sit on her bed all the time. Like that
Those
was my
were
spot.
the only places to sit, though. Really, was
Well,
on the
They
bed
never
or on
chose
top
to
of a
sit
desk
on
chair.
your bed. Everyone likes to sit
Well,
with me.
You all.
I also have a lot of crap on my
never
bed.
understood why. Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, everyone would hop on to where I am. Why? That's the thing. I'm so likable, yet I don't understand why.
Well, also, I would always have like stuff on my
But
bed.
me too. I had like 10,000 pillows, 10,000 blankets, yet Sarah found a little way to.
But every time I sat on Alyssa's bed, I always like landed on some chocolate or like I don't know, maybe not chocolate, but like it was a snack of some kind. It's true, you did have a lot of things on your bed.
Well, 'cause my desk was always a mess, so I had to eat in my bed in the dorm room.
Or like her laptop, or like her books, or her papers. Like she was usually pretty spread out. But like, I don't know, Juanita was too, but somehow it was just like scooched.
She didn't have as much random stuff on her bed. She mostly had bed stuff on her bed.
And when she let me tie her up to a pole.
Okay, okay, so we were real, it gets boring sometimes. So we were like, oh, what can we do? Like it was, we were done playing it. We were playing a game, and then afterwards we were just bored. So then like she had a broken mop stick, and then she had a rope, and then somehow I got twisted into the idea to like be roped on
Like a pig.
Like a witch.
like a pig, like on a luau.
I thought it was like a witch on a pyre. But that's me.
I think we have pictures to this
We
day.
have
I don't have any
somewhere.
saved.
If you want
It's gotta be on my old phone.
Okay.
I need
It was just like something silly.
I don't know. Sarah's just like laying on the bed with like her legs and her hands.
It was really funny.
I was like, "You want to get tied up?" And she's like, "Okay." So that's how that happened.
How do you think we knew we were friends, Juanita? I guess the decision to room together for college, maybe?
That was friends. But
Yeah.
to become close.
But I think it was being roommates, really, that did that.
Because like you really have no one else to talk to.
I remember the very first day, we had your little TV, and we watched Clueless that night.
Did
And-
you really?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember anything.
It was the start of our beautiful friendship that night. Cool, because we weren't really hanging out with anyone else. It was just like us that night. So we're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I wrote this movie. You want to watch it? And we were like, sure. And the start to a beautiful friendship. All these years down the line.
Are you about
Stupid crap
these
all the time.
two?
Oh, we bicker about like me and Alyssa bicker about almost anything, the most random thing, and it'll just set us off. Like I don't know what was the last one. Yeah, do you remember the last thing, or Alyssa? Do you remember the last thing we bickered about?
It's everything with these two.
Probably yesterday. They're not even really like vicious arguments. They're just like little like
spats.
it's like how we communicate is like we bicker a little bit about stuff.
About everything.
Oh, I think the most times that we bicker is when I try and make her to make a decision. Trying to make Alyssa to make a decision is so painful
It's like
sometimes.
nails on a chalkboard.
Like, I'll be like, hey, Alyssa, should I eat some ramen or mac and cheese? It's like the ends of the world to pick for mac and cheese and ramen. She knows I'm not
a
bothered.
decision for herself is even worse.
Oh my god, she knows
I
I'm
have
not
more
bothered.
patience. I have more patience.
But I don't.
I will help Alyssa like figure like what she wants to eat. Oh, you want chicken? Nah. So
I'm like, Alyssa,
Sarah's like,
pick something. What's wrong with you? Pick
I've
something.
always been indecisive because also what's going through my mind is like I don't want to inconvenience anyone. Do I really want that? I kind of do, but do I really? My head's a complicated
do you really?
process.
Do I ever argue with you guys? No.
It's not
I've-
fair because you're
yeah.
usually right. It's really not fair.
You and Juanita will disagree on like a fact or something, and I'll be like, and I'll pick a side because I'll be like, that makes no sense, or that makes a lot of sense, or I'll be like, I'm looking this up because I'm
This makes me sound like the instigator. Am I the instigator?
a little bit.
And I've noticed when they also like, well, you don't argue, but when Alyssa gets mad at you, when you're always fucking shushing her. Like Alyssa will be mid trying.
I stopped that.
Yo, it was rough sophomore year.
Okay, before me and Alyssa. Okay, so me and Alyssa have always had these spats, but sometimes they were a little bit more harsh than usual. But
We had to work out. we had to work it out through our friendship.
But sophomore year was probably the worst. So like we would fight over like a definition of a word. And it was like life or death. Like we would really go at each other, like calling each other stupid. Like it was really bad.
And then we were roommates the next year, and that solved everything.
It actually did.
We, like, me and our other good friend, we forced them into a room together so that they could fix their problems, and it worked.
Yeah, it was like a swimmer drown kind of moment.
I figured it was gonna work out. It was just that, like, we had to get over it because we just had to like be like, that's just how they are.
Yeah,
and like once we got to the point, it's fine.
it was more like a pick your fights.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It was like, did it really matter? Like, we had to go through a thought process. Like, does it really matter that she said something wrong? No. Or like, you know?
So from this, we have learned that I am good.
No, you and Sarah fight. So
About what, though? We have to try and prove who's right in a situation.
And when I'm annoying her, I'm doing that on purpose. Like, that's a little different.
Yeah, but
today
you're
I
doing
had
it on purpose, and then she gets annoyed.
I had a rough day, and I was like, why are you guys screaming? They're in the kitchen screaming for no bloody reason.
We were just talking loud.
Screaming! And I'm like, why are you screaming? Like, I was trying to get lab reports due. I had like 2 due. And I'm like, why are you screaming? And Sarah goes into my face and starts screaming. And my instant reflex.
I saw that.
My
She
instant
almost hit me.
I went wham to her mouth.
Well,
Sarah caught it in enough time and blocked.
here's the thing. And so I was just like, all right, sure. Sarah decided to get sassy and be like, oh, like back. And I was like, because I was like, who does she think she's talking to?
She forgets sometimes who she's talking to between the 2 of us.
No,
Juanita will pull a punch.
no, but the problem is that I don't care if I get hurt. That's the thing. Like,
You were about to care, and the truth was about the guy knocked out.
no, like, when I first...
She has no fear. It's true.
It's like it's kind of scary sometimes, like, because I should stop myself, but I don't. But like when I first learned that Juanita didn't like being touched with feet, I tested her so much with that.
And then that's why one day I licked the back of my head and slapped the shit out of Sarah.
Yeah.
Did she do it again? No. Don't test me.
I didn't.
She learned that. Don't test me.
See?
I mean, she punched me a couple of times, but that didn't matter to me. But she licked me and she slapped the shit out of the back of my neck, and that shit hurt.
I knew, like, automatically don't test
but
Juanita.
punches-
That's why we don't argue.
Punches, I don't care.
No, just Sarah. She tries to pick her battles, but she never
Yeah.
wins.
The thing is, though, with Sarah, that's good with our friendship because I feel like that balances us out. Because I'll be like, let's do this, and I'll be like, okay, maybe let's think about that 2 seconds. And then I'll be like, and you'll be like, come on, let's do it. And then I'll be like,
No.
all right, meet in the middle.
I just let Sarah drown. She's like, oh, I wanna. Okay.
Fun.
What thing does your roommate do that bothers you? Some things I know about Sarah is 1, I'll clean the kitchen spotlessly. Whenever it's my turn to wash the dishes, I'll just clean the whole kitchen because, you know, that's my drill at home, my house. And like it'll be all clean with the rest of us here, you know, blah blah blah. Sarah comes back, World War II happens. There's no spot to put anything in the kitchen because she just leaves everything everywhere, and it's a mess.
And then she's like, you didn't do the dishes?
Yeah.
And 2 is that she leaves stuff on that table constantly, and then she'll say, "I put stuff away after myself." Lies.
I do, but it's not noticeable because it's so much stuff.
But then also, Sarah will make food and she'll forget to put it away, and she'll be like in her bed cozy, and I'll be like, Sarah, you left the lamb chop out, or whatever. And she'll be like, I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah. I'm so horrible with that.
Yeah.
It's something I have to work on.
But what Sarah annoys me with is when Sarah does work, you can't like, she's like, I'm doing work, don't talk to me, don't look at me, with her headphones in. Like, she's like, I'm doing this. She'll get in her zone. But like, if I'm doing work, she'll be like, what are you doing? What's going on? I'll be like, or she'll be like, like going over you, and I'm like, the person that I am, I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to do this thing, and like I'll engage with her instead of being like, Sarah, go the hell away.
Yeah, I get hyper at times. So like even when Juanita is like maybe sleeping, I kind of hop on her. I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
I'm like, sleeping, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
What
And
annoys
then I'll pat her and then I'll leave.
Yeah. What annoys me about Juanita, what she does, she used to do and she still does it. I'm not as annoyed by it anymore. When she stretches, she spreads her arms out and screams like a pterodactyl. Ah! Like stretching.
And
it's frightening.
It's piercing. Like it's like
It's true.
yeah.
It's like the first few times she did it, like I jumped.
So what annoys me about Alyssa is that she talks over me or people. Sometimes you catch it and sometimes you don't, but like it's annoying.
She's a very cautious driver.
Oh my god! The other day,
I don't think we have time for this
okay,
story.
forget it.
It's just, she's like so cautious, so that sometimes when I'm in the car with her, she's like, okay, I just won't. It's like 10 million things we have to go through. I've been driving longer than her, so I'll do a quick.
I've gotten better though in the time you've known me.
Oh, but it's just taken forever. No. Here's the one thing that would annoy me the most. Is around the time, before Alyssa decided on the major that she decided,
Oh.
it was time to choose classes like every 2 months before the next semester. Alyssa was Satan. Because she would be all, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Where do I want to go? What class? And we'll be freshmen, just take intro to something and be on with it. What am I going to do with my life? I don't want to, I can't do this. And she'll have little panic attacks about choosing classes that you can add or drop.
I had a quarter life crisis. I did.
Every semester, I'm like, it's that time again. It's that time again.
And then I decided my major.
Okay, next question. What is something you didn't notice about each other until you became roommates?
Oh, I didn't realize how detailed African American hair is. Because like when we first started rooming together, she had like all this stuff and she would do like her hair process and I'd be like, that's so cool, what are you doing? Like, and she'd be like, oh yeah, I twisted and the thing, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
I actually knew that, but yeah.
Still, they're stuck to this day. Sarah's
Yeah.
like, I wanted to see you do it.
I know it, but
Yeah.
I don't get to see it, you know?
Like, I knew your hair process was more in depth than like any white person's, but I just didn't know how much it entailed until we became roommates.
How many Sims videos you watch?
That's true.
She watches a lot of Sims, and then like it'll be very funny because like it'll be like, oh okay, and then all of a sudden she'll just start cracking up. She'll just start cracking up, and it's usually when like she'll like take out like I'm like, what the hell is she laughing at? It's just like Sims, and it's just like she'll take it out, and she's like, this one girl went berserk because she got really angry at her Sims for doing something.
Because they're funny. That's something that I love watching is Sims Let's Plays. I don't know why. They're just hilarious to me. Because stuff happens and because usually the thing that I like most is when the Sim does something on their own. Because usually you're controlling their life. But when they do something on their own that's completely retarded, the person's like, what are you doing? What?
Like, why are you doing
Like, I told you to go to the bathroom and you peed on yourself.
Yeah, we kind of like already like as we were kind of like getting to know each other, we were pretty open about who we were. There wasn't like any like secret thing that like
The only thing that we learned is stuff that like our families would know. It's not something that we would notice. You know what I'm saying?
right, and that's not necessarily something that we would
Notice.
disclose to you guys because you know.
Yeah. When I did room with Sarah, though, we ended up having like a very good arrangement because sometimes like one of us would need alone time in like the room, so we were very good about like just kind of sensing that, and like one of us would come out to the living room or like be somewhere else, and then whoever would be in like the room alone for a little while doing whatever they needed to do. We're actually really good with that,
Yeah.
and like never had a problem.
No, we can go to the next question.
Do you ever get tired of seeing each other? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone needs a break for a little while, even if it's just going in your room and being like, just leave me alone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sarah leaves constantly, so it's fine. She misses us, so that's how that goes. So then as soon as she gets back, she's all on us.
Because our roommates will both go home.
Yeah.
So we'll like spend time alone on the weekends.
So
And then we'll like be hours later, we'll just like hang out on the couch doing either like on our laptops like separately, or we'll put something on Netflix sometimes and just chill.
I try and be coy about it, but I'm kind of not.
what?
Like, when I miss you guys kind of know. Because I'll just, like, bother you.
It's true.
Yeah.
She'll come back, she'll be like, what'd you do this weekend? What are you doing right now? And she'll like lay all over you.
I'll need to tell him every second of my weekend.
Pretty much.
But Sarah also has crazy stories from her weekend sometimes. So we'll be like, what happened?
Yeah.
So it's not much. Sometimes we get tired, but then we just go somewhere else.
It's not a problem.
We spend a couple hours by ourselves.
We know
It's
we
still
like
good.
we know we're like not very we're social creatures, but like
Well, we're the type of people that we can be together but alone at the same
Yeah.
time.
yes.
So I could be with Sarah,
Yes.
but we just won't talk to each
We
other.
could all be in this room doing our own thing. Someone will be at the table, two of us will be on the couch, or one of us will be in the armchair, and we'll all just be like on our phones or like on our iPads, like doing completely different things.
Yeah, we're pretty in sync like that.
How do you avoid tension while living together?
Like we just said, we just go in the room alone and like
Oh no.
go away for a while.
I was gonna say we outright like tell each other if we have a problem.
Well, me and you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Like it
we
was
can
today.
usually-
It was Sarah starting to do the dishes, and I was like, I came
Yeah.
in. I was already pissed. I came in. I was like, are these dishes still here? I
Yeah.
was like, she has a problem when you leave dishes. So I went in her room. I
Yeah.
said, Sarah, what's up with them dishes?
Which is totally yes.
See
yes.
how simple that was.
And that's fine. And I
So I
go
was like,
and do
yeah,
the
I got it. That's how simple it is with me and her. So it's like,
But with Alyssa, we usually can sense if like something's, yeah,
Like it's usually
you make a face.
yeah, I'll just
You
be
don't
like
think you did,
yeah.
but you
She
did.
makes a face.
it'll just be something someone says and I'll just be like, okay.
You like,
It's like
you know that gift with the
Yeah.
It's like she has like an affronted face and then she pouts and then she's silent.
Cause then I'll just like think through it and I'll be like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You just have to let me like think through it for a couple seconds and be like, I'm slightly annoyed by this. It's not that big a deal. Alright. That's pretty much what my process is.
Do you share a bathroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the bathroom with the shower, so.
We share 2 bathrooms.
The light in the bathroom that I have, like I'll flick it on and it'll like flick out and I'm like, I just like turn around and go in their bathroom. I'm like,
You don't pee in the dark?
we have no windows in the bathroom. They're complete blackness. I don't like that.
I've done.
So,
I do it.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
Like when especially when I'm sleepy and I like have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I'm like, don't
Okay.
disturb
Or
my
especially when
eyes.
you're in
Here's
a
the-
rush.
Here's the
You
thing.
can't turn on lights.
It's
You know what?
emergency.
Next question. Have your roommates' friends become your roommates? So here's the thing. After 4 years of complete close best friendship, we have learned that it's better to keep them all separated.
Yes. Yeah. I've tried a couple of times, but failed. Like, there were some cool people. Like,
Mhm.
there were some people that, like, share that, like, I knew, like, they would like, but kind of shared our interests, but at the same time, it just, like, didn't flow as
Yeah.
easy. Well, like, if they're going somewhere and they'll invite us to whatever they're, we'll invite each other to events that, like, our friends are doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But,
fine.
like, it's not that big a deal because we know we kind of come first.
Yeah, the 3 of us come first to each other, and then we all have our friends around campus with our majors. I have friends from like my major and each of my minors. I have like different people that I know, and also the club I'm in. And then they have friends from their majors, and like sometimes we'll see each other and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, so
So yeah,
we're,
well, we've just learned like it's mainly us,
And we're okay with that.
Everyone comes after, minus our siblings.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like, yeah. Well,
Well, oddly enough, our siblings are kind of close to
Yeah.
yeah.
So like Joe is like she's cool. She can be alone with you guys and like it'd be nothing. Cassie can be alone with us, nothing. I spend a lot of time messing with Victoria, her sister, so it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could be friends with our other friends. It's just it's
It just doesn't really overlap like that.
Yeah.
And we're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
We like the three of us being the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pregame or go to parties together? Neither.
Well, yeah. If we drink or if we do anything, we usually either like do it in the apartment, us just like hanging out at night, or we'll go out somewhere together.
Yeah, we don't really.
So I guess we
pregame.
The only
pregame,
time we like party is usually if I have a party.
or like if it's like a specific holiday and we're like, let's go out and have a good
Well,
time.
I mean, the thing is, I don't like living where we at because I gotta pay to park everywhere.
Yeah, the where we're just like
Where our
surrounded
school
by
is.
forest, and like you can't get anywhere, and
This
unless you
is
have a
coming from
car.
someone who lives in a metro area.
Yeah,
who's used to
take
public
I take
transportation.
the subway everywhere. Like that's how I get places, and like it doesn't cost me much money. Like
Well, we're used to cars, but we don't have to pay to park where we live.
No.
So, like, being where we are, it's annoying because everywhere we go when we want to go out, it's like, you have to put some quarters in, and we're like, who keeps spare change anymore? Everyone has a card.
it's true.
So that's why we don't go out as much. Is because I'm like, I don't want to pay to park,
So we'll just grab a bottle and hang
or
out.
like I have to drive
Yeah. So we'll grab a bottle or a 6-pack and hang
we'll
out.
be in here drinking.
Unless it's a holiday.
Yeah.
So no pregame, no prank.
No.
Do you use your roommate's things without asking? Yes.
Wait, what?
Do you use your roommate's things without asking?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
You guys will be in class and I'll just be like, I need something, go in your room and take it.
Yeah.
I do that to Sarah all the time.
Yeah.
Just take a hat, take a scarf.
Yeah.
Well, we do take each other's stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Food too. Food is like whatever.
Out the door.
Yeah. Unless it's Juanita's hot sauce or Alyssa's peanut butter.
Well, because I have like a jar specifically that I just eat peanut butter out of. And like, you don't want to eat that.
Yeah. And Juanita like drinks hot sauce.
It's true.
I don't drink it. I put it on everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't eat my hot sauce. What are your favorite things to do with each other?
I just like when we hang out. It's fun.
We could really be doing it and doing anything and we can make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're in the mood.
Like, we can stay in all weekend and not leave a single time.
And have a
And-
good weekend.
Yeah.
Sometimes we play games.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like watch random things we would never watch.
There was one day, we literally just sat all day and watched My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding. All day.
You know how
And
funny,
we've never watched it again.
You know how funny that is? It's such a
I don't know. I found it. I was sitting here one Saturday morning, and
It was
the
on
rest-
TLC.
The rest was history. Alyssa trickled in. What is this? So
I was like, I've seen this before,
Sarah
yeah.
trickled in. What is this? What is that? What? And then that's how it was.
Yeah. So we can do that, or we'll be like, let's go to the store. Let's go to this place. Let's go to that place. Let's go to the movies. And like, that's fine and a fun weekend too.
So anything. Favorite thing is anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make it fun. Do you cook together separately? Me and Sarah cook together.
Yeah.
Alyssa is usually
I'll
doesn't really
do
entail cooking. Usually. Well, like, when she does cook, I'm usually helping her out.
She doesn't like to cook, but she does like to bake.
When she bakes,
It's when I have time too, because also like I'll feel like I'm so busy, like, and I forget to take meat out and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't have time.
But usually I'll help her because she's like, Juanita, does this look like it's seasoned enough? Yeah, you're good, you know.
I usually just ask Juanita for a second opinion. I'm like, what do you think about this, Sidley?
Discussion.
Cheap meals are one of our favorite things to do
Yeah,
together.
it's find like a cheap place and just like go ham.
Have you met your roommate's family or been to their home?
Yes, all the time.
Dozens
All
of
three of
times.
us.
I'm always in Alyssa's little house like, honey, I'm home.
She just like she'll come in. She'll be like, she'll say to my parents, she's like, I'm home. I go to her house. We go visit Sarah. Sarah comes
lives,
visits us.
an hour away from us.
Yeah,
So it has to be like a planned thing to go see Sarah.
and usually we'll
But
go
it's-
for a couple days
But it's actually easier for me to go see them.
because we're both in one place.
Yeah, it is weird because like it's like I'm rotated sometimes. Like I sometimes go to Juanita's, I go to Alyssa's.
What is the best memory you have with your roommate?
When we went to see that Broadway show together, it was
Oh,
it was Juanita's
oh, yeah.
very first Broadway show.
First and only.
We're gonna take you to another one before we graduate.
We saw Romeo and Juliet with Orlando Bloom, and what was
And
so
Condola Rashad.
it was so cool, the casting, because the Capulets were all black and then all the Montagues were all white.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really interesting, like the dynamics and the dancing styles, because like it was just really cool how they did it.
Yeah. Also, we got really good tickets. We were like a couple rows from the stage.
Yeah.
So it ended up being a really good first experience. That was a good one. We go on so many like little misadventures.
We also met Orlando Bloom, who is much smaller than I thought he would be.
He's shorter, but he had muscles. He had arms. Okay, I have to get this out. Orlando Bloom was about to sign my playbill. This bitch lady with an iPad. There are these gates set up because Orlando Bloom's a big star, all right? This lady comes up behind the friggin' gate and she goes, Orlando, take a picture with my daughter. So he like does it being a nice person, and I don't get my autograph signed, and then the bodyguard's like, you have to go back in now because this lady was a bitch and crossed the line.
I was the only one to get an autograph.
But I met the ice truck killer from Dexter.
Autograph?
From him?
Oh no, I got the Dexter guy. That's who
Yeah, I was the only one out of the four
That was really cool.
that got Orlando Bloom's autograph.
But we got to meet and we talked a little bit with the guy that played the ice truck killer on Dexter.
The serial killer, in the first season, who was Dexter's brother. We met him. He was awesome in his role too.
Yeah, and he was super nice.
Yeah, he was tall.
He was very tall.
Yeah.
That was a good experience.
Any other memory? Halloween that just passed was a good one.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
because we were all 21, so we went out to a bar and like
that was a lot
did
of fun.
these shots, got free drinks, had a really good time.
Yeah, people were really like having a lot of fun. They went all out with their costumes. There were like 4 people with really large giraffe constructed like costumes. Like their giraffe necks were probably like 5 feet taller than they were.
And then we left at 3:30 in the morning. We're in the parking lot. We gotta get a picture. This guy takes a picture, and his like girlfriend hops in the picture with us. We're just like, yeah. And then we went to McDonald's, drunk, pretty much drunk.
I wasn't.
We were tipsy. I was tipsy. You were drunk. We went to McDonald's, picked up a whole bunch of like McPick 2 for 2 stuff, or McPick 2 for 5. And like we just came back, ate, and like passed out and went to bed at like 4 in the morning.
And I had work the next morning. I was pissed.
It was so much fun.
Did you have a good time?
Well, I went to work in like half a costume. Left work, put on a costume, went to the bar and just danced. I'm not much of a drinker. I'll drink and then I'll just dance all that liquor out of my system.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Just leave me alone and the music will be like, I'll just be in the corner.
Juanita's always fun to go to a party with because she'll get you having a good time.
Sarah's like, don't have me dancing. I'll sit here and just drink the whole night.
It's true.
And that's what she did.
That's all I did.
You'll have a good time.
I talked to a lot of people. That was fun.
What's in it?
Okay, guys. So thank you for listening to our questions and answers.
Thanks for going on that journey with us.
Yeah. Let us know if you like it. If you want us to do more videos like this.
Getting to know you.
Yeah.
Or
so
just taking you around with us and talking about stuff.
we just thought this would be fun. We had fun doing it, rehashing all our
memories.
stuff.
It was actually really fun because we're going to graduate soon. So
Yeah.
it was really fun kind of like looking back and thinking.
And we're going to be separated.
Yeah. So when we are separated, we could just look over these videos and be like, oh yeah.
But don't worry, we'll be separated but still making videos together.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're looking at me because it's primarily because I'm far away. So like,
It's okay.
We can make it work.
yeah,
We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out. Especially if you guys like us. The more you guys like us, the more likely I'll be able to do videos with them. So
It's
think
true.
about that while you guys subscribe and
Like
do a
our
thumbs
videos.
up,
Comment.
comment.
You can also put us on the notifications. Hit that little bell if you like. I think some of you have, because I noticed in our Riverdale video, you guys were like on that.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a fan.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed, and let us know if you have any more questions. Just put it down.
Shoot them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and if you have any experiences that you would like to share, that
With your roommate, good or bad.
yeah, or like that you can relate to,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We like to hear what other people do as well.
So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Peace.